If you're only planning on selling Christmas-related items on Etsy this holiday season, then you might be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. The truth is, yes, Christmas is huge, but it's not the only way to win during the Q4 holiday season from September to December. And if you're watching this when I release it in August, then you're watching at the perfect time to get this right. And on this episode of Talk Shop Tuesday, I'll be answering these two sellers' questions about whether they should post just Christmas-related items or if they should focus on more giftable and evergreen items. I'll be answering that question today, but if you want your questions answered on future Talk Shop Tuesday episodes, then make sure to put your questions down in the comments below. So I'll be breaking down exactly what you should be selling this holiday season so that you can maximize your sales during the busiest season of the year on Etsy. And I'll show you the perfect mix of products so that you can keep the sales rolling in not just in December, but in January too. For those of you that are new here, hello, my name is Cassie Johnson. I'm a print-on-demand and Etsy seller that's sold over $1 million on the Etsy platform. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see every Q4 is brand new sellers only posting Christmas-related items for months, and then when January comes, having no sales. This is actually what I did my very first holiday season myself. I sold $70,000 in revenue my first November, I sold $20,000 in revenue my first December, and then I sold $3,000 in revenue my first January. So while I had thought I had everything figured out, I was gonna be able to quit my job in no time, all of a sudden reality slapped me in the face, and I want to keep you from making that same mistake. Because there is a better way. So in this video, I'll show you my proven strategy for having a balanced Q4 lineup of products. It's easy to see why people go all in on just Christmas. Search volumes explode, listings take off like crazy, and everywhere you go, you see Santa-themed items, matching Christmas shirts, Christmas mugs, and more. And so it does feel like it's the fastest way to cash in your business. And Christmas products do sell incredibly well during the Christmas season, but here's the problem. Christmas products have a very short window of time where they actually sell. And if the designs that you post end up flopping, then you have very little time to actually fix it and start getting sales on different items if you missed the mark in the first place. Not to mention, after about December 15th, you're gonna hear crickets in your store if all you have is Christmas items for sale. So if you go 100% all in just on creating Christmas designs, then all of your eggs are going to be in one very red and green basket. The sellers who crush the Q4 holiday season on Etsy, they mix creating designs for holiday products with more evergreen and giftable items. So here's the magic formula that I suggest. Over the next 3 months of listings that you make for your store, 50% of them should be holiday related, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Hanukkah, winter, all of those types of things, 50% of your designs. But the other 50% of your designs should be more evergreen and giftable items. So evergreen means something that could sell any day throughout the entire year. And then giftable is obviously something that you'd be giving to a specific person as a gift. So think gift for mom, gift for coworker, gift for boss, gift for your kid's teacher. That can be a gold mine for getting sales during the Q4 season, but also all throughout the year. Let's take the teacher example. There are a few different occasions throughout the year that people buy their kids teachers gifts, like during the holiday season, during Teacher Appreciation Day, and then again at the end of the year. So instead of getting a spike just for Christmas, you're going to be setting yourself up to be getting sales all throughout the year as well. That way you can ride the Christmas wave, but also have steady sales before and after the holiday season. So here is your exact listing plan from August to December. August, September, and October, I want you to split 50-50 designing for holiday items and for those giftable items. Starting in November, this is actually going to be your month of doubling down on what works. So what you started selling really well in your store, what you got a lot of favorites and interest on, you're going to make more designs that add value in different ways or add those same designs to different products for those same niches. You're also going to be doing research on what is selling really well for other sellers. So you're going to be doing a lot of research on Etsy, and in a few minutes, I'll pop over to Etsy and show you a few ways that I do this research daily leading up to the biggest part of the holiday season to make sure that you can capitalize on getting more sales. So you'll check for other sellers who have brand new listings that have 20 plus in the cart or have sold 15 times in the last 24 hours. And this is where you'll be doing research and listing products as quickly as possible for the last 3 weeks that you do Christmas listings in November. And you'll do Christmas listings all the way up until Black Friday, which here in the United States, that is November 28th. That's the day after Thanksgiving. That's when I would stop listing any holiday related items. So then starting in the beginning of December, it's time to start focusing on what actually sells during the beginning of the year in January. Some of the biggest niches to design for the January-February season are things like Valentine's Day and the 100th day of school. Some other niches that sell really well at the beginning of the year are things like bachelorette party items, family vacations, girls' trips, birthday presents, and engagement gifts. And yes, you can speed up the listing process immensely by using automation tools like Simply Listed, my mockup automation tool. I'll link a free trial down below, but you wouldn't believe the difference that this can make in making all of your mockups all at once with the click of a button. That way you can spend so much more time designing for your business, getting new listings up as fast as you can, instead of spending all that time making mockups for those products. And let's hop over to Etsy so I can show you some of those research methods on how to find what's going to be selling this holiday season. One of my favorite ways to get ready for an upcoming holiday is to study what worked for the most recent holiday that we just had. So here in the US, one of the most recent holidays is 4th of July. So taking a look at different bestsellers for 4th of July, we're seeing a lot of nurse items. We're seeing a lot of the holiday mixed with social justice niche, a lot of graphic only shirts like a 3x3 pattern with bows and then holiday related items mixed in. The holiday mixed with things like chickens, frogs, and geese, even skeletons dancing mixed with different holidays. Bows definitely are still very popular in a lot of these more framed designs. And a lot of floral designs actually sold really well for 4th of July. So take a few minutes to study the most recent holidays. Another good one to study would be Halloween, and see how people added value for 4th of July and Halloween on what's actually trending and selling well right now. And then you can be the first one to bring some of those trends and niches to Christmas. Another research tool that I'll be using this holiday season is one called Profit Tree, and for one very specific reason. So coming over to Profit Tree and typing in the same thing, Christmas gift, you can actually use a filter on their website for a popular in the last 24 hours and click search. So right now for Christmas gift, there's not going to be tons and tons of products that have sold lots of times in the last 24 hours. But as we get into that November month where we're working on doubling down on what's sold for us, what's doubling down and selling for other people, this is going to be a huge tool to be able to use. So it's going to show you products that sold 3 times in the last 24 hours, 14 times in the last 24 hours, 87 times in the last 24 hours, so that you can really quickly and easily find products that are selling today that you can add value and make your own versions of. And I do have a lifetime discount for you down in the description for Profit Tree. So you can pay just one time and have access to Profit Tree for life, which is such a great deal. And if you're not sure what niches to actually design for, or you don't have as much time to do hours and hours of research every week on what's actually trending for different niches, what different products are selling really well right now, or even what trending design styles to use, then I would recommend checking out my monthly trend reports. I will put a link for you down in the description. Every month it's over an hour long with hundreds of different products that you can design for right now that are selling on the platform today, or what you should be designing for in advance. So that way you have an exact roadmap of what you should be listing each month instead of having to do all that research yourself. So here's the takeaway. Don't just sell Christmas related items this holiday season. Make sure that you have a balanced product mix of products that could sell anytime throughout the year along with holidays, and then make sure that you start preparing for the holidays at the beginning of next year early, so that way you can avoid that January slump. If you enjoyed this tutorial and you made it here with me all the way to the end, then put the word Merry down in the comments. And don't forget to put your questions for our next episodes of Talk Shop Tuesday down there as well. And I'll see you in the next one.